So who do PhDs actually work for, or even professors? Who do they actually work for? So I often hear in the popular press, almost everybody says this, that so-and-so university found this particular research finding, or that, I don't know, maybe it is, University of California found this particular result. And the reason that the news is totally wrong with all of this. What is happening is that researchers work for the community, for the scientific community. This is a really weird career that is not, there's very few careers that are actually like this. So we actually get paid by the university that we currently work for. Yes, we do. But the way that we actually view ourselves is we're working for the global community of people that are pursuing knowledge. It's really different and really weird. I'm trying to think if there's anything like this, but we're almost more like contractors, like full-time contractors in terms of what we do. And here's the thing, the universities that we work for, they pay us, or they want us to work at their institution based on the fact that we work for the global community, for progressing different knowledge in different areas and doing different things in those particular areas. So it's a really weird dynamic, right? So we, as PhDs, as researchers, as professors, we never ever think of ourselves as working for the institution that we work for. Yes, when we talk about our sort of teaching commitments and things like that, that's what we think about, right? But almost all of us view ourselves as contractors for the global market, right? And we're thinking about how do we position ourselves within the global market. And I want to make sure that I look great in the market, so people from other institutions will actually be interested in what I'm doing. So here's a really interesting thing too, is that typically the institutions that you work for, the only reason they keep you is because the marketplace actually wants you. So the marketplace is everybody else. All the other institutions want you. And so as soon as you're in demand by all of the other institutions, then all of a sudden you're in demand at your own institution. What a bizarre scenario, right? So the whole thing is based off of popularity. That's it. That's what it's based off of. It is a popularity game based on what you actually write. So here's the interesting thing too, right? So you might be thinking, hey, that Professor Mastak, right? So I'm an associate professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. So you're thinking, hey, this person has like 2 million views on YouTube. He must be pretty famous, and the institution that I work at must really want him, right? But here's the thing, that is not how we actually get, that's not what the institutions look for. They look for the research track record that we have. So the things that we have written, but not just written within, everywhere, right? Like who cares if somebody writes something in a newspaper? Like literally nobody cares, right? So what they care about is the top tier publications of the group of, so at a top tier publication, at a top tier journal, right? When you send something in, there's a group of, let's say 30 people, right? So that's an arbitrary number, but those 30 people are the best people in the world on this particular broad topic, right? And then on that broad topic, those 30 people, they let people in with their ideas. And if you get enough of those, if you get a lot of, different journal publications, and journal publications are just basically ideas or things that you found and that kind of stuff. You get enough of those, then all of a sudden you get famous, right? And then maybe you get on an editorial board and those kind of things. So if you get fame for doing research, then a lot of research institutions want you. But here's a tricky thing, right? So different institutions are looking for different things, right? So some institutions would actually love the fact that I do this kind of stuff on top of, building the reciprocity project, on top of doing research. But many others don't, right? And so it's a real tricky thing. And it's sort of the conventional, normal institution would not recognize this, right? They would not recognize anything that's outside of research. The rest of this is just garbage. So but there's some institutions that would look for something that is interesting, and they would sort of say something about the fact that this person is actually interesting. So there's some people at the super major universities that you might have heard about. They have like London Business School, Harvard Business School, that are on faculty, but they have done something really spectacular. I know Bill George was at the Harvard Business School. He was the CEO of Medtronic. I study medical devices, so that's what I know. So, but this is the thing, and he's not tenure track though, so there's a difference there. But what I want you to know, or what I want you to be well aware of, we do not work for our institutions. We do in a roundabout way, right? And the way that we actually work for the institutions is based on the fame that we actually have. So if we actually have research fame and we're doing things, then it's easier for the institution to actually keep you. So it's a really weird market, really weird. So we're actually talking to the global audience, and it's really about getting attraction from the global audience that people actually care about. So that's who we work for. I just thought you should know, because it's a lot different than most careers. All right, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.